Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the fuck it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bitch bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This Steve comes to us from Frank Williams.
Did you see the thing with the submarine though?
Kinda. What happened with that? What happened?
The submarine went down and then they lost contact with them.
Jesus. Man, that would have never happened on the SSO, Steve. It gave you a little chuckle, right?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Robert Parker, WNBA. I agree with you on the whole WNBA thing for a while until now. It's a Sunday afternoon on June 25th, so options are limited. WNBA is on and it's entertaining, just saying. You know what else is entertaining? Watching a midget fall. So yeah, okay. There's no NBA. There's no football. You know, good. I'm glad you're getting something out of your Sunday. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, okay.
I heard the WNBA was created so people would start going back to church.
Oh, Jesus. That's good. This is from our girl AB. Follow up from Saggy Balls. Hey guys, this email might not make it in time to get read, but in case it does, I did want to share a little more. I did use ice, LOL, but seriously, we both mutually orally pleased each other and had sex, but his sex game sucked. Oh, shit. Like I said, he is an older man. I did not enjoy the penetration, even with the use of his blue pill. Damn. The following day, I was honest and shared with him that I did not enjoy our sex together. Hey, B, you cold, baby. He stated that he understood. He's an older man and he knows better than anyone else what his dick can and cannot do. That is the true end of the story and date. I guess the other women who dates these older celebrities let the money keep their pussies wet. I just can't do it. Thanks for listening and having fun with my email, AB. AB, but listen, my question is this. If it was trash, why tell them if there's going to be no continuation? If there's going to be a continuation, then you tell him in hopes that maybe you can coach him, he can learn. But if there's no future, why hurt his feelings?
Because she said in the previous email that he called to see if they could get back to go get together.
Okay.
Again. So she had to say, nah, because your dick's trash.
Damn. Damn.
But here's the thing. There's a couple things that I want to say this. Now, we didn't talk about this in the Flash, which you're going to be hearing next week. We'll be talking about the Flash. But there's a scene where he vibrates and changes his atom structure so he can get through walls.
Yes.
Do you think that vibration would have changed his dick game if he could just do that flash thing? And
I don't know if he would have got any inside of her, but yeah, well, maybe he was already inside of her. So yeah,
vibrate that.
That might have helped.
Yeah,
that might have helped.
Yeah, I thought that would be interesting. But here's the thing: when you say that his game was trash, look, I've had sex with a woman.
Oh, nice.
That I enjoyed, but didn't enjoy the person, so it was one and done.
Yeah.
And it was great sex, but it was just was, I knew it was just going to be a foul situation. So take that. That was the win. That was the prize. You leave the circus and it's good. I've never had bad sex with a woman and not wanted to have, just to see if there was something I was doing wrong, if she was doing wrong, if we didn't click. I've always went back to see if it was a round two to see if it was just an off game.
And was it?
There was one time, I can say one time was definitely me.
Really?
There was another time where most of the times it's just we didn't click. We weren't compatible sexually.
Right.
And then sometimes there was several times there was the chick. She just, when
you say it was you, what did you do wrong?
I just don't think I was into it the way that I should have been into it, because maybe I didn't put the effort into it, because it was I don't think that I was pursuing it.
Your drive wasn't there.
Yeah, but I wasn't pursuing her. She kind of pursued me.
Right.
So.
Shit, this the baby mom's, nigga.
You better get it.
Hold on a second.
You want to pause anything?
Hello? Hold on. Nah. Hello? Hey. Recording the podcast with Andy. Yeah, I'll call you when I get to work.
I like how you're saying you got that one microphone, that one earpiece over your eyeball.
Look like I just got a big black eye, right?
Like you just took it.
This is what a bitch looked like after she dealt with Ronald Williams.
Big knot on the side of her head. But no, she kind of pursued me so that I didn't bring my A game. I really didn't.
So you didn't have that eye of the tiger.
Yeah, and so then I wanted the rematch.
I am the tiger.
Because there wasn't as much interest in her pursuing me after that. So then I pursued her and put the effort in that when you're the hunter, you seem to put more effort in the hunt. And it was better. But then we still didn't, it didn't go anywhere after that.
You know what I say to a woman who I really want to tear the pussy up, and as she's laying there, her period starts.
Okay. What do you say?
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I thought you might have said, put on this Gemma outfit so I can get it.
No. There's two emails I'm going to read back to back from two dudes I have a little bit of disgruntled energy towards. And this motherfucker wrote a couple in, and he's got one for you. Chevarlo Hancock. Bonnets, sagging, and free will. What's up, Aries? This is my second time writing. I have no clue if my first email made it to the podcast or not. No big deal if it didn't. I'm a little behind because I went back to the beginning, and I swear I've been listening to y'all damn near every day for like 2 months. I'm on episode 269 right now. Anyway, let's get to the shits. Aries, today I heard you go on a tirade about black women wearing bonnets and black men sagging their pants. My question to you is, if it isn't about what white people think, then why do you care? It's very contradictory to say that it isn't what it is, but oh shit. But also say that it perpetuates negative stereotypes. Who do you think invented the negative stereotypes? I have to be honest. Sometimes the way you talk about black people sounds a lot like a white supremacist. I mean, literally shook my head when you said, sometimes when you see a black man sagging his pants, you say under your breath, this nigga. That's probably what a lot of them say when they see any black person, regardless of how they're dressed. You have to realize that every black person does not represent you, and if them white motherfuckers can't judge black people as individuals, then that's their fucking problem. What another black man eats does not make you shit. Black people are not a monolith, and I'll prove it. I like my steak rare, and I eat escargot, LOL. Plus, there are plenty of intelligent, successful, and accomplished black people, and they know that. So ask yourself, why do they choose to judge all black people based on the worst? Sounds like a them problem to me. And I say, fuck them hypocrites. Imagine if black people judged them based on their worst. What would that be? What would that be that? What would that be that?
It'd be $10, a lot of money.
There you go. Anyway, I'm just trying to make you see it from another angle, bro. Don't let other people's choices cause you stress. It's hard enough being a black man in America already. And wearing your pants underneath your butt cheeks don't make it easier.
Well,
let me finish.
Yeah, finish it because I got something I want to get.
Just continue to represent yourself the way you want and let them judgmental motherfuckers be judgmental motherfuckers. Much love, man. Visas H. Christ. You want to go first?
Well, no, I want to say something that has a little bit to do with what he's saying, but to reflect on what he just said. I don't think that when you say, I don't think that when you talk about black people and sagging, you're creating a monolith, that you're saying that it is, and all black people are represented by that one. But he said, well, if that's white people's fault, if they can't differentiate the two, but how did he describe white people? Them and how they think.
He monolith.
He just put all white people in that.
Right.
So when you do that, what you have to understand is you're not saying that all white people are that, but we tend to talk in a broad context. And when you're speaking about people, you tend to throw them into the group that they identify as, or that you identify them as. And the other problem that I have with it is who made that decision that was a negative thing? It's a prison look. So I think prison made that decision.
Let me tell you something. You're never going to sell me on your ass cheeks being exposed to the public as an okay thing. You're never gonna sell me on that. And yeah, what he eat don't make me shit. But whether you like it or not, it is a representation towards the black community. You know, it's easy to go, if somebody in the black community is doing well, successful, they're doing things that are worth praise, that too is a representation. So you can't just take what works for you and throw away what doesn't. If you're going to take the good, you got to take the bad too. Like Denzel said, if you pray for the rain, you're going to deal with the mud too. And whether you like it or not, that is a representation of us. And it's not a good look. So no, I'm not buying that. You're a man. You're a grown fucking man. Pull your motherfucking pants up. Why are you walking around with your ass cheeks in the air? No, I'm not buying that. No, sir. No, sir.
I don't take it as the same way you do, but
and then there's the prison thing. If you really know the origins and the meaning of it, what it really means is my ass is takeable. Take it.
But I always wondered, like, when I see people walking and they're really struggling to walk and keep their pants.
Walking like a penguin. They're waddling. Or the one that really is nonsensical is they got a belt on.
Yeah.
And they're holding their pants up by the belt. You know what that's like? That's like you got a car. And instead of driving your car, you keep it in drive and you stand outside of it and you steer it while you walk it. You know what I'm saying? Your car is to get in the car and drive the motherfucker. Step on the gas to get from point A to B. But instead of doing that, you walk with your car while you stand next to it and walk. You walk it while it's in drive. What the fuck is the point of that? Get in the car. The belt is to hold up your pants so you don't have to. Nah, man, you're not selling me on that. You know, it's like, you know, again, when black people, before the Tulsa, Oklahoma riots, there was a point in time, and with black people, it was customary for us to wear suits almost every day. Black women wore dresses. We were dressed to the nines on a regular basis. So that's a great look. That's a positive thing. And I mean, I know time has evolved and shit ain't like that no more, but still, it's about self-pride, self-image. Pull your fucking pants up. How are you saying that's a good look? It's not. You look like a buffoon. Nah, yo, I'm not buying buffoonery. I'm not doing it.
What about like when you see someone and they're wearing their pants and they're sagging just a little bit, like you just see the top of the boxers, the pattern,
the band,
like the pattern. That's
okay.
Yeah, that doesn't.
But your shirt will cover that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't feel as intense about it as you do, obviously.
Because you're not black.
Because I'm not black, number one. But I just never felt that it was.
Black women in public with pajamas on and bonnets and shit you wear to bed. No, sir, I'm not buying it. You look like the women that do that look like they belong on a box of pancake mix. Get the fuck out of here. Fix your wig, bitch. Let me get to my next one.
I think so.
Kevin Dave. Atrocious Dear Mama discourse and resilient haters. Yo, Aries, first time emailer here. Been listening for a while now, and after I heard y'all speak on the Dear Mama documentary, I had to write in. You went on a tangent about Tupac was shot and hated on by black folks. This is up there with some of the dumbest shit I've heard y'all say. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. When the fuck did I say that? That Tupac was hated on by black folks.
I didn't hear hated on by black folks.
I didn't say that at all, nigga. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I think that there was what you said was that he was shot by other black folks, and that there's in the community there can be some rivalry over somebody success versus someone success over someone else's lack of it.
Right.
But those are things that I think are in all cultures.
But let me get Pac was surrounded by black folks that were about that life. He was shot in a bad neighborhood he ain't from. He was shot on the Las Vegas Boulevard on the Strip.
He was shot in New York though too.
Oh, he must be talking about that. All right, Pac was shot because Pac wasn't shot because he was black. He was shot because he was stubborn. I never said he was shot because he was black. I never said that. Like what? How the fuck would that even make sense for me to go? Yo, Pac was shot strictly because he was black. The fuck does that even make sense?
No, but when you went back to hated on, by the way, there was an East Coast, West Coast rivalry, whether it was manufactured by the media or not.
Right.
It was black folks from the West fighting with black folks from the East.
Rappers versus rappers.
So
he was shot because he was stubborn and he wouldn't let the predator get a smooth kill. He was in the wrong place at the right time for his attacker. Unless you feel black folks who grew up that way should suddenly act differently from every other race, then that argument is doo-doo. Straight sewage water. We ain't that better than these Netherlands. If you hang around crooks in the jungle, you will most likely be a victim of one. And for you to say we are our own worst enemy, I said sometimes we can be that. And what about that rings false? Sometimes black people, we are our own worst enemy. That is a fact. Mention one other race of people who don't act the same in the same conditions. Go to the worst parts of Russia, North Korea, Brazil, Venezuela, Serbia, and ask how dangerous their neighborhoods are and who hurts them the most. Their own, because it takes too much time to catch a train to go rob someone across the border. It don't make no fucking sense, that argument.
But it would be said in the same way that you said it before. In that neighborhood, whatever those Russians in that area can be their own worst enemy. You're saying something that rings true in any culture at any time when you put people who are in the most impoverished and the hardest areas.
Andy, if you got something to say about race and shit, just fucking say it. What's all this stuttering and acting like you care how it sounds? Say it and stand behind your point. Well, most times he does. You also felt the need to pitch in with that. First off, by the way, you said Tupac wanted everybody to be free. False. He wanted black people to be free specifically. I hate when white people see what they want to see just because they like a black figure. They try to twist their ideologies to make it less uncomfortable to support those figures. Tupac had said multiple times he want black folks to be free. What the fuck he care about the white bitch who live across the train track? Time out. But he did.
And he said it in the doc that we're talking about.
Nigga. Pay attention,
Did you see the doc?
Yes. Pay the fuck attention.
Do you know who else said it? Martin Luther King. Do you know that he said that? Do you know what he said? What Malcolm X said after what they put into the movie? Do you do any research besides just your own personal feelings on how you think about things?
Secondly, you know damn well why folks were complaining about the models. I understand if Andy is clueless, but Aries, how many times have you witnessed the light-skinned, thin-nosed chick pout about the brown-skinned shorties? It's because they're white adjacent. Why Corey can't keep your name out of his mouth? I think he might be jealous of you. Whatever folks want to say, you know what it's like to be at the top. And then he sends us Corey Hoka video. And then I responded to him actually because I was so heated. I said, nigga, when the fuck did you hear me say he was hated on by black folks? I never said that at all. And I never said he was shot because he was black. Get the fuck out of here. I said he was young and irresponsible and wild, which most young people are now. Mix that with being surrounded by people who aren't good for him, mainly Suge. And now you have a toxic environment, which lends itself to trouble and a quick demise. Next time, get your fucking facts straight and understand the context in which things are said, and don't make shit up based on what you thought you heard. Fuck out of here. Thank you. I said all of that. Pac was around a lot of people that were no good for him. Suge was no good for him. A lot of niggas about that life weren't good for him. And yes, you throw in the fact that he's young, and most young people don't think straight and act irresponsible and reckless.
I'll change not thinking straight to not thinking with the experience.
Okay.
That other people who have aged might have a little bit more of. A la Snoop Dogg when he was talking about how he's viewing what's happening with Pac. As Mike Tyson talked about how he was viewing Pac from prison.
You know, dude, listen, I said before, I'm as pro-black as they come. And sometimes you niggas with this militant shit, turn the fucking volume down. That's like I sent out a post talking about Scottie Pippen and Larissa Pippen and that situation. And somehow some of the comments always go to black men and black women going, well, that's what he get. Fucking with them snow bunnies. When these niggas gonna learn? That's what you get. And I went, will you knock this horse shit off? Like black women don't screw black men over in the court system? Black women do it too. Stop it. This is bullshit. And that's, fucking with somebody called me a race traitor. You a race traitor because you ain't with a black woman. So let me get this straight. And some dudes, listen, verbal game, confidence. The ability to talk to a woman is a talent. A lot of men don't have that talent. They're insecure. They don't know how. They don't have confidence. Some niggas know I know how to play tongue tennis with bitches. That mind-mouth game, I'm a beast. But for the dudes that don't, what if a brother, it just happens to be unlucky with black women? For whatever reason, he's just unlucky. What if he should not be happy if he finds a soulmate who is not black? Life is short and it's fucking hard. And loyalty and love and honesty don't come easy. So if you are going through life and it's hard for you to find a mate and you find one, or love finds you and she's not black, you're a race traitor for wanting to be happy? You sucking up to the white devil because your soulmate, the person who loves you unconditionally and is willing to be there for you and take care of you till death do you part is white or Hispanic or Asian? You a race traitor? Niggas, turn that volume down, man. I'll kill me with that. Be disloyal to the culture because you want to be happy? Fuck out of here.
And the last thing about my stammering. As I'm saying things, I already know what I want to say, but I'm trying to make sure that I say it in a way that it doesn't get twisted, because believe it or not, there's people out there that like to twist my words to make it work for what they want.
Kevin Dave!
There we go.
And I said all that about the relationship and the racial shit to say, he wrote, quit capping for white people. What about me, if you have heard anything about this podcast and have heard me speak on Vlad or anywhere else where I've talked about race, when the fuck have I ever capped for white folks? I tell the truth. Sometimes it's in the benefit of white folks if it's the truth, and sometimes it ain't. Because that pill called truth is hard to swallow. But fuck out of here, man. Capping for white folks.
I'm laughing because we are at Tempe Improv this week.
Yes.
And we normally do stand-up live.
Mm-hmm.
And Tempe has a little bit different demographic. So I think it's a little whiter, a little older. So I've been counting how many older white couples you've been walking. So your act doesn't cap either.
Yeah.
And so it's just it's humorous to me when I hear.
Some of y'all, man, y'all be on that militant shit so hard that it borders ridiculous. It borders fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Kevin, you heard what you wanted to hear, because that's not what I said. I'm telling you, man, it's the reason why some of you niggas is built for chutes and ladders and not chess. Another one from Chevalo Hancock. Andy, stop being a pussy. What up, Aries? Me again. Yeah, I know. You have me. You have no fucking idea who I am, but it's me again. Anyway, when I started watching this podcast, I liked Andy from time to time. I hear people write in and say Andy grew on them. I am not one of those people. Andy grew off me, LOL. This dude has his fear of being canceled. This dude and his fear of being canceled is ridiculous. This man can't answer a single fucking question without digging through that mush mind of his, not to find the truth, but to find the right words to play the audience. When y'all aren't recording the podcast, he might be a genuine person and a real friend, but on the pod, he comes across as untrustworthy to me. Like if he gets a break, but he has to break away from you, Aries, to obtain it, he'll leave you behind in a second. I mean, he all but says it. Before I continue reading, let me say this. I wouldn't fault him for taking advantage of the opportunity. I don't even know that I would fault him for what I'm about to say. My wish would be, even though as a grown man, he's not obligated to give me anything. As grown people, we're not obligated to do a fucking thing. But I would hope that if he could help in some way, he would reach back and help. But he's not obligated to do that. But to sit here and go, yo, he should deny a chance at an opportunity for himself for the sake of me, that's ridiculous. You got to get yours, man. You know what I mean? You got to get yours. He's trying to protect the brand that he doesn't even have. I get pissed off listening to him act as if he's all concerned, like he's concerned with, like all he's concerned with is pleasing an audience that he doesn't even have yet, instead of giving realness to us. The one that he already has. I just finished Ep 298, and he compared gays to being black, and that shit pissed me off even more because it ain't the fucking same. Never has been, never will be. I'm sure some slaves were gay, but they weren't enslaved because of their sexuality. So please don't ever make that comparison again. A gay man can walk throughout society and at least fake being straight. Could a black man during slavery or Jim Crow, not Sam Crow, LMAO, walk through society as a white man? Hey, I heard you were a nigger. Me? Ha ha. That's just a crazy rumor. I'm not black. I just have a huge cock. I'm a white tiger. I guess you could say so, LMAO. Imagine that. Lastly, who the fuck is Arnold Schwartz and Hager? Sounds like a fucking Jewish law firm. How does this guy make it through his set? How the fuck does he remember it, LMAO? Andy, I don't hate you. I just want you to give the audience some realness without trying to sugarcoat everything and hopes you don't offend someone that may, but probably mostly may not be able to help your career down the line, or without you worrying about a fan base you don't even have yet. I don't always agree with Aries, but at least I know he's being himself. Thanks, your boy, Vijus H. Christ.
Well, let me start with you and being real then. Number one, the first one that just stood out to me the most, because I never heard it represented to me that way from anybody else. If anybody's complained, I was angry at the LGBT community for jumping on the back of black men in the first place.
Literally.
But that's one of my arguments, and I don't know where you took it that I compared that they had that they have struggle is it could be the same, but that the fact that they try to lift the how's the right way to see this is where I do stutter because I try to think about the right way to say that. I don't like that community tried to put themselves in that same civil rights movement and use all the work that the black community did, especially black men, to move through that and to kind of co-opt it. And I've said that on the podcast before. So I don't know where you got that I did this comparison that way. And as a matter of fact, I think I brought up the same thing that you said, is that you could go through life and pretend that you're not, you could hide the fact that you were gay, but you can never hide the fact that you're black. This has been said many times by me. So where you getting this, I don't know. I would love to hear the episode because I think you took something out of context in it or a part of it or didn't listen, which would explain a lot of it. As far as me, how I talk and what I think about, I don't think that you understand me. The people who do understand me understand that I am trying to put myself through other people's perspectives, and I'm thinking about that as I speak. I'm just not here as when I speak, I'm not here just as myself. I'm also trying to think about how other people feel and how other people's lives pertain. And that's why I've been on this podcast and having a conversation and changed my mind in the middle of the conversation. Go, nope, I had an opinion. And as I'm talking this out, I disagree with myself. Because, that shows the sign of being able to understand, empathize, and educate yourself while you're doing something. So if you don't understand that, that means you have a predetermined ideology that you cannot waver from. So therefore, anything I'm saying to you right now doesn't make a difference because you won't understand it anyway. You already have decided. And lastly...
The moment you get a chance, you're going to leave me?
Oh, yeah, that I wanted to get to that. The only reason I started with Aries is because I was a comic before I met Aries. My goal is to be my own headliner. My goal is not to open up for Aries. So when I have the opportunity to go, this will change. And I will be a headliner if that is a possibility that works out for me in my life. If I'm fortunate, lucky enough, and put in the work, I should not be... it should not be Ari Spears with his opener, Andy Steinberg. It should be Ari Spears and Andy doing a podcast with two headliners doing the podcast. That's how it should be working. So when you think I'm just going to leave, that I was never here. I'm supposed to be a headliner. That's my goal in life. It is not to be Ari's assistant. So for you to think that I'm going to leave, it's predetermined. My goal is to leave. The podcast we can do thanks to technology. And if I was actually making money, we could afford to have a producer and have someone do this. We do this in the studio and we probably enjoy it more. So, yeah, my goal is to leave. I don't know what you do for a living, but your goal should be able to promote yourself, to move up. So congratulations. I hope you stay in that place for the rest of your fucking life. How's that for being honest? Jesus, whatever the fuck you are.
When you leave, I'm going to be like Morgan Freeman in Shawshank. Now that Andy's gone, this place feels a little darker. It feels a little less hopeful. I don't know what I'm going to do. I miss my friend.
We're going to go to the beach. At what? I'm
going to find you on the beach scrubbing the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's the goal. Everybody knows that we don't do this because we want to be the assistant. We do this because we're trying to get to the next place.
Ever since Andy escaped from Spears Shank prison, it's just been a little more hurtful.
Watanehu or something like that.
You can either get busy living or get busy dying. All right. Michelle Russell, subject. Hey.
Ari, I'm leaving.
Oh, goddamn. So meant to write and send this a while back. My husband and I got to see you and Andy last month at Helium in Portland. It was my husband's 50th birthday and had never been to a comedy show, which shocked the fuck out of me because, oh my, that's Andy leaving. I just ate his whole ass and he escaped. Comedy show, which shocked the fuck out of me because we were both from New York City. Anyway, it was amazing seeing you live. We watched the podcast and have seen your specials on TV. Been fans since the Mad TV days. Andy, have to admit, we've never seen your stand-up prior to the show. You are one funny motherfucker. Had us rolling. Aries, you are definitely top 10 for me. Your new stuff was fire, and seeing some of your older bits definitely hit different live. You had us dying. Just wanted to say thank you for the laughs, and I hope you guys come back to this area again. Peace. Sincerely, Michelle and David. Well, thank you, Michelle, and thank David, too.
Yeah, Michelle and David, and I hope someday I get to come back as the headliner, and you could just see me and somebody else being my assistant. And then after I'm done, I'm going to call Aries up. We're going to get on a Zoom call and make a podcast, because that's the progression of the business, not the progression of friendship, you fuck.
Come with me if you want to live. Doug Gibson to Andy. Yo, A&A to my brother Andy on the washcloth situation. I'd rather have my wife's doo-doo cloth all over me than my repeated shitty hands in the shower any day. By the way, my wife does wash the washcloths and towels once a week with detergent and disinfectant from Lysol for clothes.
Once a week, you better wash it every day if that's in your ass, number one. Number two, when you put that on your hand, it's porous.
What's porous?
Porous. It's open. The doo-doo flows right through the towel. All that's going on to you anyway. And you wipe your hands. You wash your hands in the shower. You clean yourself. just the way you clean your hands. Listen, you wash any way you want to. I get it. Use that towel. Come to this hotel. And again, I love saying it this way. I personally believe that I don't want something that's been up someone else's ass, washed or not, up my ass. And if you can't fight me on that, there's no way you could go, no, I really enjoy knowing that something that's been up someone else's ass is now in my ass. You can't fight me on that one. Now, you might not like it, but I wash my hands constantly. I put my hands in the sanitizer constantly. I shake hands with people. I bump fists with people. I touch money all the time because I was waiting for Aries to jump in with because I'm Jewish, but because I sell T-shirts. We have cash in our pockets. Money is the most disgusting thing you could touch. Every time I touch money, I wash my hands again. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't need that towel. I don't need something that's been up someone else's ass in my ass. And if I say it that way and you say it this way then. I prefer putting something else up my ass that's been in someone else's ass. I appreciate your wife's situation, but not when I'm in a hotel, not when I'm on the road.
All right.
I'm passionate about this. Ass wiping.
Yeah. CC, our girl CC. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't hide it. Finally, you got love, love. All right.
Dude, you could do one of those drag shows if you...
Hey, man. I'm still here with the blicky. Hey, A&A, I hope all is well, and shout out to all the OG bitch badge holders. The reason why I haven't written in is because I want to give everybody a chance to earn their badges, and I love to listen to new followers become a part of the podcast, minus that punk-ass nigga that beat up his wife, whatever his name is. She does not like Ronald. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, girls. He'll beat you up. Oh, here he comes. He's a woman beater. All right.
It's such a good song for
it is.
For a bad,
it really is. For such a bad thing. Yeah. Don't get it twisted though. I'm still riding in the back seat behind some more. Sorry if I spelled her name wrong. That's okay. You want me to shoot that bitch Big Daddy? No, she one of y'all. Okay. With the blinky. I'm ride or die for the podcast. I just know I don't need to write in every week. I think when you and Andy interact with the new listeners or people writing in, it refreshes the podcast. I love when you give people new nicknames, a theme song, etc. Plus, people were complaining too much, Aries, that you kept reading the same people's emails, and I got tired of hearing the bitching. It's all love, and I have faithfully been keeping up with the podcast and going back to listen to my favorite ones. For old time's sake, I would love to hear my song, Aries. Wishing you and Andy the best, and hope to see you guys here in South Florida soon. Peace. P.S. Don't send Rand Foots after me. I'm not lost. Gosh, he's cute too. Finally,
let me see.
You got love the way I feel about your tucked in big gloves.
She's cute.
Well, she's cute. Where in Florida, CC? I forgot. All right.
Don't not send in things because other people were complaining.
Yeah. Sometimes you get ahead of the pack just because you better. If the email is juicy and I can sense comedy oozing from it, that sometimes makes the head of the line. Big titties skip small titties. Horace Dearman.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Ass cleaning. What up, A&A? I've been listening to all of the debates about what to used to wash your ass. What to used. $10, a lot of money. But maybe some of them $10 you can buy some of these products. Love the show, and I hope it gets read on the pod. Keep up the great work. Your die hard, your ride or die from Dwayne. Byron, Texas. Big D Dearman. So what does he have here?
No, I like those. I'm agree with
bath gloves.
The flushable wipes.
Okay, so look, these exfoliating gloves. You put the glove on your hand, obviously. You wash your inside of your ass with the glove, and you throw the glove away, right?
No, I think those are ones you keep though. That's gross to me.
Yeah, well, that's no different than a rag.
They're both gross to me.
Oh, dude. thick body wipes. God damn, why they have to be thick? What did doo-doo look like?
Because some people want more distance between the asshole
their fingers.
so they don't feel it. So they don't feel the
smush.
Yeah. Dude, if you wipe your ass good, there's not a bunch of fecal matter in your asshole if you wiping your ass properly.
Listen, man.
But I do like those flushable toilet. I don't know if we can use them where I'm at.
Really?
Some places they don't like.
Oh, because they don't flush down the toilet.
Yeah, they go down the toilet, and not everybody's system can use it. We have an old one because we're in Hoboken.
Right.
But I like those.
Okay. Well, I just read that one, right? Hey, bro, you didn't finish my email. Yeah, I checked out the pics. Yeah, we saw them, the exfoliating gloves and all of that.
Yeah. But the glove makes sense, though, because at least that way I know which is supposed to be on the outside. Put it on the outside.
Yeah, nigga.
I just wouldn't use that. And you can't really exfoliate your asshole.
You know what's really good is, because, I use body wash. Irish Spring body wash, the kind that got like the little rock beads in it, for exfoliating. Yeah. Now you put that on a wash rag and you get in your ass and them rocks get to scrubbing that butthole. Nigga, that's one of those where you get on your tippy toes and you roll your eyes back and your back arches and you hit a Michael Jackson Shimon. All right, Mr. Marcus. Team hand is really wild, Nichols. Yes, to my partners, the double A's. Big shout out to my man, Jose Gardia, who came out to the show here in Tempe. Big shout out to you, brother. Hey, compliments to you too, my man. I don't know if that was your girl with you, but man, them hips was knocking, nigga. The nickel Andy is the nickel. Oh, the nickel. Yeah. The nickel Andy is fucking wild. I tried to ignore it. Nah, yo, he ain't just say he cleaning ass with hands. My only encounter with y'all were when you guys were in Virginia Beach, and it kept replaying in my head because I specifically remember shaking Andy's hand, and he had a carefree smile on his face. Yo, I'm really screaming out loud, and a school teacher said, "Excuse me." I almost had the courage to tell her what I just found out about Andy and his funky bunch, but I said nothing. Maybe I was embarrassed to say somebody got shit on my hands. Man, I'm telling you, only if I knew then what I know now. Y'all nickels stay safe and sanitary.
Dude, there's more fecal matter on the escalator on that fucking rubber that you're touching. You fucking lube up your hand, you put a bunch of soap on your hand, and just get to work.
Right. Anthony Sherman. Trash. The new theme song is ass. It is so disconnected from the show, it's not even funny. It's like you told him what to say. He has no passion. The first theme song was slow, but it was funny. The beat was dope. It had all the show's punchlines. It got you ready for what was next. I know. You said you wanted to get some more hype opening song, but this is not it. I have to skip it. So this means every time I have to rewind it because I missed the Oh Steve opening. I love the show. I love what you guys are building here, but this, nah, my guy, no bars. I'm currently on EP 384. I started from the beginning. I'm looking forward to listening in the future. To hear your response to this email, P fucking S. That pastor was P fucking S. That pastor was trash. He knows nothing. That why he had nothing to say about anything. I understand, nigga. Understand these nuts.
We need to get somebody. We need a fiery pastor to come on and.
Yeah, man. I reached out to TD Jakes, but he ain't gonna respond. I would love to do that. That's still on the list of things to do. Listen, Anthony Sherman. I will change the theme song when you write in properly. That'll be our deal. So the next email you send me can't have any fucking grammatical errors, punctuation missteps, and then I'll change the theme song.
Well, he's still way back there listening. So when he when his future meets our current reality.
Yeah, when we multiverse.
that we can talk about. Because we're from the future, and I'm telling you, the theme song is good now.
Yeah. Let me see. Kenneth Robinson, religion. Hello, gentlemen. I'm writing this email to enlighten you both to the truth about religion. All religion is based on a belief system. Question: has every belief you've ever had was true? In order for a religion to be true, in order for a religion to be true, it to satisfy 3 proofs. Already, I don't believe in what you're telling me.
That's because he didn't proof it once.
You didn't even believe in what you wrote. Number 1, theoretical proof, which means the theory of explanation of a religion. 2, literary proof, which means a religion is explained in written form. 3, actual proof, which is the most important proof of the 3, which means you must prove the theory and the literary. If you gentlemen would care for more enlightenment, please respond. Kenneth Robinson. What do you think about what he said? I don't know.
You know, I don't care about what he said. To be honest, I really don't. And,
wow.
And no. And it's not because I don't care about his ideas. I have a different way of looking at religion, and this is it. And I'm going to explain it this way, and you can tell me maybe I'm right or wrong. Maybe it fits into your parameters that you just laid out, 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. But I cannot comprehend any creator that could make a human, make everything that's in our oceans, make everything that's in our skies, make a universe, make multiple universes, make everything that is out there. I can't comprehend what could do that. So I am assuming that even if there was a creator and it came down and spoke to a person to let them know what this was, they couldn't talk to us in their intellect. They would have to talk to us in our intellect, which is so minimal. We would be less than a 1-year-old having an entity speak to us to let us inform us of who we are, how we got here, what we become, what happens after this world. We are that. Our intellect does not allow us to understand past what we can see. And there's so much more out there in that universe than what we see. So if they had to explain it to us, it would be a summary, a small story, something that would be so small just so that our tiny little brains and our tiny reality could even comprehend what they were trying to tell us. So therefore, I just have limited myself to my understanding is I know when something feels right and I know when something feels wrong. I try to stay within those parameters. And then I tried to realize that I can't understand this. The best I can do is be the best that I can be. That's why I fight so hard on this. When people talk about why do you stutter, like the stuttering thing that's come up, I'm thinking the whole time. I'm thinking and trying to understand what I'm saying to give it the best possible verbal outcome that I can have while I'm trying to communicate my fucked up thoughts in my head, because they are this. What I just said, it complicates everything to me. Because I want to be more than just this small mind that doesn't comprehend anything that the universe has to offer us. So if I can't comprehend it, this is who I am. So I am trying to work through it. That's it. That's everything that's going on in my head. I understand what you're trying to say, but the more people try to explain to me what religion is, and the more complicated it gets, and the sillier it becomes to me, because who can understand what could create this whole entity that is our universe that we live in? And they can't. No one can explain that to me, but someone created it. And whoever or whatever entity created it, I know that I couldn't have a conversation with them. I can't have a conversation with go have a conversation with a super genius, someone who's really intelligent, and go talk to them on something specific that they are really, that's what their focus is. You couldn't have a conversation with them because their mind is working at such a different pace than yours, and such much more understanding that they have than you do. And then try to understand this cosmos that we live in, and the person or the entity that would create that having a conversation with you, and you think that you can have that conversation? Get out of here.
G.I. Joe. What he said. Jaquez Gurrier, first time emailer. You see, because of CC, Jaquez gets to go. Hello, Aries and Andy. This is my first time emailing to the podcast. My name is Jaquez, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I saw you guys live at Laugh Boston back in 2021.
Love that club.
Oh, good. It's fucking Boston, kid. It's the fucking best. It's they're fucking no niggas on the north end of the Southeast. That's the best part about it. You won't find them anywhere. Just a bunch of white guys drinking at O'Malley's and Mickey's. Fucking great. To die for.
How do they know what O'Malley's or Mickey's to meet at? Like when they go, we're going to be at O'Malley's. How do they know? There's like 100 O'Malley's in Boston.
Yeah, you just got to follow the right drunks, kid. Eventually you'll find it. It's a fucking system. I can't explain it. It's like, black guys that sag their fucking pants or black bitches that wear bonnets. I don't understand it, but it is. You both were hilarious. Aries, you are the GOAT. You are the funniest comedian of all time because your impressions, stand-up, and skits are the best. My favorite Mad TV skit was Real Motherfucking Talk. Have you guys seen the season 2 trailer of Winning Time? It looks good. I can't wait until you guys talk about it. Aries, I know you're I know you're a big DC Comics fan, but the Flash movie is trash. The special effects and action scenes were underwhelming. The movie was supposed to come out years ago, but DC decided to release it in 2023. That decision was a big mistake because Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did a better job developing a coherent multiverse. Okay. When I first read this email, here's this list of porn movies. I'm going to read the actual movie and then the porn name.
Okay.
Lean on Me. It becomes Come on Me. Coming to America. He puts Coming to America, but he spells it Cumming. American Beauty is American Booty. Girls Just Want to Have Fun is just as girls want to have sex. Now, let me stop. I'm halfway through it. Dude, you don't have a funny bone in your body. You don't have a funny muscle at all. Let me tell you, the rest are similar to these. Not a creative, funny. These are horrible, dude. Lean on Me is Come on Me. Coming to America is Coming to America. American Booty, nigga? I mean, I get it, but there's no zazazing.
Even like Coming to America, if you would maybe even change it to Coming in America. And then it was like a chick in an American.
Yes.
Coming in America. Then
yes. You see that? That's a comedic flex. That's a comedic muscle.
It's just one word, but it makes
it all the difference. All right. She's having a baby. She's having an orgasm. Young Guns.
You know what? Honestly, I'm not trying to be mean to you, dude. This is funny because it's so bad.
Yes. Young Guns, Young Buns. And I think that's his strongest one. My stepmother is an alien. You ready for this? My stepmother is a slut. Puppet Master. Pussy Master. Mo Money. Mo Pussy. Jackie Chan's First Strike. Jackie Chan's First Nut. Those were horrible, dog.
Well, no, they're not horrible.
No, they're horrible.
No. You know what they are? I'm being really honest. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yes.
They just lack creativity. You went to the store,
right,
and you saw like pasta, right? Right. And then you went up there and now you're going to release your line of pasta. So their pasta is called Good Pasta. Right. So you change yours to Great Pasta.
No, that's like saying, I want a bowl of spaghetti with meat sauce, and you hand me just a bowl of meat sauce. You're missing the spaghetti, nigga.
I understand what you're doing, but you got to.
It was terrible.
There's creativity that you need to put in there.
Like when you go Gladiator, glad he ate her. It you see how that it's a play on Gladiator, and it feeds itself into what porn is. More listen, I'm a vain nigga. That right there, if porn titles got awards, that's an award, yo. More Morpheus, more penis. That's awesome.
Don't hurt yourself with that pat on the back.
Man, nigga.
But I want you to take these same things seriously.
Remix them. Put some Diddy on them.
Yeah, just get in there.
Those are terrible.
Prove. Listen, you're not going to get a song with those.
Not at all, nigga.
And I don't want to shit on you because it's your first email. Get in there, rework that shit, dog. Prove yourself.
Yeah, dog. That was ass, nigga. Mr. Anderson. Marcel Anderson. The criminality of womanhood and personal hygiene. Aries and Andy. Hope all is well with both of your families. Aries just saw your Instagram post on Scottie Pippen's ex-wife being entitled to his pension. The ruling was signed by a judge on June 16th. She has generated income for herself primarily on Scottie's coattails. She even found a new source of D. Pause from our association to Scottie. No one bats an eye when the Cougars groom young men. Such a fucking double standard. These scallywags want equality, but won't take the trash out, all the while equating cooking their man a meal to slavery. They have these slogans like independent woman, role models like Cardi B, dumb broads. Beyonce and Cardi got a man at home while these single ladies go to brunch every weekend with their single ass friends screaming, "Yes, bitch." To my next point, Andy, bro, use a washcloth. You need to exfoliate all the dead skin that I suspect you're covered in and fecal matter from your crevice. This cannot be achieved by washing with your hands only. I bet if you were to put yourself under a microscope, you'd be crusted over with dead skin like you're in a cocoon, LOL. Lastly, I hope for Scottie's sake, he goes after Larissa's income from Real Housewives of Miami. Oh, she was on that. And other revenue she generated during her marriage to Scottie. Now, that would be equality amongst the original genders of human beings. But since Scottie has been bashing the GOAT, that's called karma, nigga. Y'all be safe and be well. Marcel. P.S. Aries, could you do your Kermit impression again? My mom loved it. Oh, God.
Tell your mother I said thank you. Kermit the Frog, and let her know I would love to eat her pussy.
There's extra points if you play that whole thing back for your mom.
Yeah. And when I go for the clit, I'm gonna do like frogs really do and go.
As far as my exfoliating, I use a brush over my whole body, on my butt cheeks. But then when we get to the ass, but I just want to ask you guys this question: do you shave your ass?
I mean, I don't. Why would I shave my ass?
Because if you can't exfoliate, do you exfoliate your scalp?
My scalp?
Yeah. Do you exfoliate your head?
I mean, I wash my hair.
With what?
Soap.
And what?
Water.
And what?
My hands.
Yeah. Because you don't.
Yeah, but your hands ain't. Your scalp ain't your ass.
Yeah,
man.
but there's hair that you can't.
Doodle ain't in your scalp.
Dude.
Unless you literally shoving your head up a nigga's ass.
Bad are you at wiping your ass that you think that there's this loads of doo-doo in your ass?
A micro speck of doo-doo is too much doo-doo
Dude,
on your
there's
skin.
doo-doo on the door, on the buttons that you push in your elevator.
I can't see it.
You can't see it. If you can see it in your ass, you're not wiping. If you can see it when you wash your ass, you are not wiping right.
Hey, man, if I don't see it, it don't exist.
If you're seeing it when on your towel, you're not wiping right.
Like Johnny Depp said in Black Mass as Whitey Bulger to his son at the breakfast table. When you punch somebody in the face, another kid in the face, you don't get in trouble because you punched them in the face. You get in trouble because someone saw you do it. So if no one sees you do it, it didn't happen. Let me read this last one. Gerby Marsalis. What up, A&A? It's your boy Miles Davis, LOL. Look, MJ is the GOAT for 3 reasons. Because he is. His Space Jam movie was way better. It felt authentic. And last but not least, he was the best in the best time in human history of the 90s. Don't know if you guys heard about the spaceship crashing in a family's backyard last month. They just realized it to the public they just released it to the public a couple weeks ago. Coincidentally, Area 51 in Las Vegas is in Las Vegas. But anyway, the family said they saw 2 10-foot aliens in their backyard. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And we're freaking out. By the time you read this email, the story will be old news. We're living in strange times. Wonder what the end of the year has in store for us. Election year is store for us. Election year is always the craziest. Be safe. I'm out. Dude, let me tell you. I would give anything to see some shit like that. A fucking alien nigga and a ship? Man, dude.
You know what? I don't want to be all like comic booky.
Right.
But if you could get on a ship and you could fly over here, if you could defeat time travel by because you got to move at a certain speed, you have to have something that's built that would be able to handle that, get here, whatever kind of fuel, whatever kind of. If you had all that knowledge, you don't think that you could stand next to a human and not look and still look like a human to them? You think that you couldn't project some kind of look? You don't think that there's probably people living on this planet that we don't even notice that are
aliens?
Could be?
Nah, son.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I think they could do it. Oh, wow.
Low battery.
I have it plugged in.
Yeah, I don't know why it said that.
Maybe that isn't working.
Yo, man. Yo. That shit would be fly, man. Scare the shit out you. But like that shit in Independent Day. Independent Day. That shit in Independent Day. In Independence Day. I want some shit like that to happen.
Do you want to go out and shake hands?
Not like destroy us. But to fucking come into the sky and just be sitting there.
I don't know. But I don't think you should shake their hand because I'm not sure, but I heard, and it's pretty good theory, that when they wash their ass, they only use their hands.
Then you their Lord. They coming here for you.
Exactly.
To get their king.
You want me to give out some dates?
Yeah, alien talks. We found our white master.
Guys, you're listening to this. We're going to be July 6th through the 9th at the Irvine Improv out there in California. Yay. July 13th through the 15th, Punchline, Sacramento, California. July 20th through the 23rd, Improv in Houston, Texas. July 27th to the 30th, we're going to be at the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, Florida. August 3rd through the 5th, Mic Drop at San Diego, California. Followed up by August 11th through the 13th, we'll be at the Raleigh Improv in Cary, North Carolina. August 17th through the 20th, the Comedy Zone at Charlotte, North Carolina. And August 24th to the 27th, we'll be back in California at Tommy T's up in Pleasanton. August 31st through September 3rd, we're going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia.
Hey, yo, Mick. How you doing, Mick? Ain't how hard you hit. It's how hard you get it and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, you got to go out and get what you're worth. But don't be complaining. You're not where you want to be. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. You're my son. You're my blood. When you start believing in yourself, you're never going to have a life. Don't forget to say hi to your mother. Sorry.
Is that a show?
I think that's it.
All right, man.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.